Welcome back to the channel. My name is Clay Wong. You're gonna have to forgive me guys, I've lost my voice, but the show must go on because today we have an awesome Japanese 90s icon here. It's been something that I've wanted to showcase out here on the channel for quite some time, and this is it guys. It is a 1995 Nissan 180 SX. This car is a very clean example. It's probably the best that I've ever seen out here. It's got 116,000 Ks on the clock. It's got full bolt-ons, and from the interior side of things, it's spotless with no cracks, no tears. It is as tidy as it gets, and it really encapsulates the idea of an OEM plus build. And over in America, they're called the 240 SX. Out here in Australia and the rest of the world, we call it the 180 SX. And I can't wait to see what the fuss is all about with these epic Silvias. I mean, I already know they're fantastic cars, but to see it in a hatch style like this, I think it's going to be just a little bit better. So I'm here with the owner and the man himself, Dan.
Hi.
How you going, man?
Good, man.
Dude, your car looks so tidy. Could you tell us a little bit about your pride and joy over here, man?
2 years ago, I pulled the trigger. Had COVID prices, unfortunately, but went from there, mate. This is how it sort of looks now, a lot better than what was on it when I originally got it.
Yeah, you mentioned before when you got it, there were leaks.
Yeah. It was a bit of a surprise. So I bought the vehicle during COVID, obviously. We were in lockdown, and I bought it basically unseen. It was just a video chat.
Sight unseen.
Yeah.
That's a big gamble,
so basically, a quick video chat with the guy over the phone. He showed me a couple of videos. As you know, videos sometimes don't do a car justice when you're looking for things.
Oh, sorry.
And, had leaks galore, mate. It had gearbox with input-output shafts leaking, rear main, all the standard SR sort of stuff, front housing, timing cover, all that kind of stuff, rocker cover. It needed a bit of love, so put a bit of money into it and done some work. And got it up to this sort of standard.
So you've had the car for about 2 years?
Yeah, yep.
2 years, and it's been a bit of a journey.
It has. Yeah, you're looking at me like you want me to tell you the story about Mr. Knox Police Station? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, tell me all the stories.
So, first trip out, great day.
Yeah.
On the way home, got pulled over by a notorious police officer here in Victoria.
No.
As everyone from Melbourne probably know who I'm talking about. And he basically defected me for, ride height, boost controller, all the standard sort of stuff that they look for, the easy sort of stuff, wheels, things like that. So I took it off the road for about 6 months, and I kind of just took a bit of the fun stuff off, let's say.
Okay.
And I've dulled it down, so I've tried to make it as boring as possible, especially for a police officer. So it hasn't got the wow factor, but
but
it's clean.
I think what you've done, you've retained the OEM style in this car, and you've made it better. And guys, just to let you know, what Dad is actually talking about with the defect is that here in Australia, we've got really strict rules. You essentially can't modify your car, and it's pretty much different to everywhere else out there in the world. So it's pretty much just revenue raising, but I'll show you the interior of Dad's car because, guys, it's insane. I don't know if you can see that. He's got a dash mat there, but there's literally no flaws in this cabin. And it smells like a new car. You've got the flare there as well. So sick. Do you mind showing us the engine bay as well, Dan?
No.
180 SX Type X taillights. Oh my god. So you said you dulled it down.
I have.
Oh mate, that is tidy.
Everything was blue under here just about, So blue hoses, you name it.
Is it your favourite colour?
No, I actually bought the car like that.
okay,
but it was just a draw for the police, basically.
And it hasn't gone through the battery tray as well?
No, I had all that fixed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so when I got the car, they did run it through there, so I've had it all repaired. Yeah.
Big red flag for the cops here in Australia, in the nanny state.
The nanny state,
of Victoria. But you've got the OEM pod filter here as well. And what turbo are you running on this?
A GT2871, just disco potato turbo, basically.
Yeah.
So nothing crazy.
Old school, nice.
But old school,
Love
goes
it.
well, goes good enough for what I need.
And how much power are you pushing out of the SR20 DET over here?
So on about 18 pounds, it's pushing about 250 at the wheels.
That's a fair bit of power for such a light car. Really.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
It's not crazy, but it's good. Yeah.
I'm sure it definitely steps out a bit.
Definitely, yeah.
What really makes makes me love this car is the two-tone roof, black and the white. Kind of similar to an NSX or like a fighter jet, but it's just so cool. Like, they don't do stuff like that on cars these days anymore. But yeah, this thing is so sick, guys. I can't wait to see how the 180 SX is to drive. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun, especially with 250 kilowatts of power. Huge thank you again to Dan for allowing me to showcase this car. You guys have been enjoying it thus far. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And guys, let's get into this video. Alright guys, we are jumping in the 180 SX. This is something that I've really wanted to experience. It's a very tastefully modified example, and it's going to be a showcase of just how good these 90s cars really are, especially the S chassis. So guys, this is going to be a night shoot. It's the first that I've ever really done out here on the channel, so it's going to be a little bit of a different setting. Obviously, it's not going to be as bright. I'm not entirely sure as to how it's going to look. Enough talk, let's get started in this 180. This is a very, very tasteful example, and it's going to be super exciting. Alright guys, setting off in the 180 SX. This is my very first experience driving a 180. Obviously, I've driven the S13, my good mate Dylan's car. That thing was a stock OEM Plus example. However, it only had the factory boost settings. I do apologize if it's a little bit dark out here. This is going to be a night shoot. I've also lost my voice, so I'm going to be screaming a little bit in this video, but we're going to make sure that this is fun, engaging. In America, these cars were sold as 240 SXs, and it has been built to a very high standard. The owner, Dan, has gone to meticulous detail to get this car to exactly how he wanted it. As mentioned at the start of the video, this is his pride and joy. And he's wanted one since he was a little kid. Showcase of 90s JDM engineering at its finest, because it doesn't have anything too fancy. It's not over the top. Essentially OEM Plus in my eyes, because it's got bolt-ons, it's got a front mount, it's got an exhaust, it's got a pod filter, it's got a Z32 MAFs, and with the Disco Potato, he's making 250 rear-wheel kilowatts of power. And in an S chassis, that's actually a fair amount of power. And as you guys know, this car weighs about 1,100 kilos. In second gear, when you jump on power, this thing just lights up the rear wheels. It kind of gets a little bit swirly, to be honest with you guys, but nothing that actually deters from the driving experience of this car, because it is so raw and visceral. Alright guys, we got a little bit more light here. We're going to see how it goes. Second gear, 3,500. And it sounds so good when you get on it. It's really raw and visceral. You feel all that power, and you don't really need to be going too fast in this thing to enjoy it, because it's so light at the fingertips. There's so much feedback in this wheel, and the way it's been set up, it's just been done right. When I'm sitting in this cabin, it is so clean. There are no cracks, nothing on this interior that makes it show its age. It literally feels like a brand new car as soon as you jump into it, and then when you drive it, it's a completely different experience because it feels bloody awesome. Third gear, jump on the power, it just rips up. This thing is so good. It's no wonder why people all over the world love the 180 SX, or in America the 240 SX, and with the SR20 DET in the heart, the legendary motor that people are frothing over. Just experiencing this car and seeing the difference in how a little bit of power can really make this car so much more enjoyable. That's not to say that the stock boost in an S13 is not fun, but with a little bit more and turn up to the max like this, it is an absolute riot. steps out if you get a little bit heavy-footed, but when you find a set of corners in the 180, it really just showcases that it's not just about the speed, because at the end of the day, this is a car that's about the twisties, it's about the skids, the drifts, and it handles absolutely sublime. This car has had all the bushes redone. It's running a set of Shockworks coilovers, and it's so compliant in this cabin, it feels like a true driver's car. Gear shift is lovely, the clutch is so light and easy to maneuver. And when you jump on power and the SR20 screams, it's a joyous experience that you don't really get much of in today's day and age. It just sounds so good. Healing and towing is so easy as well. And for me, the aesthetic of this 180SX is just iconic. It screams JDM presence in every single aspect. It's got a Nismo 1.5 way. And the traction is nuts. Wow, we are flying in this thing. You know, it's just so cool to see a car that's not only so tidy in the way it presents itself, but also in terms of the driving experience. It's rare to come across, especially in a 180SX or a 240SX if you're from America. It's just iconic 90s at its best. I'll leave the full mod list of this beautiful 180SX in the description box below. But guys, I've had an absolute blast driving this thing, you know, making these videos, doing it in the day or the night. It's just an awesome experience, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the change of scenery, or rather the change of time. It's a lot of fun. I do apologize once again for the lack of voice and obviously the lights, but if you guys have enjoyed the video, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button. If you guys are enjoying the content and you want to see more builds, automotive car reviews, and some more car content out here on YouTube, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Please take care. Bye for now.